been a pleasant surprise. It's good to have, I think, competition at every position is always good. It's good to have maturity. He's a 4-year player from Duke. He graduated #1 in his class. He brings maturity. That's all a benefit. So, we're going to keep, my guess is we're going to keep kicking until game day, and one of them's going to try out there and kick the first field goal, and we'll see how it goes.
How close is it?
Close.
And Braxton is a punt returner. What have you seen? How dangerous can he be? What have you seen from him that way?
I think he can be incredibly dangerous. I think we have a lot of athletes back there. Jalen Marshall's, no piker. So when you put the ball in those kids' hands in space, if you give a great athlete space, and that's the job of everybody else. That's our job. I think it's an area that we've worked really hard on this summer. We'd like to see some dynamic things out of the return game, and I think we certainly have the guys to do that. But Braxton, you got to go tackle him one-on-one in open field. You better strap it on.
How do you coach a guy who was #1 in his class at Duke? Isn't that too smart?
Well, for me, it is. I'm certainly not coaching him on economics, which is what his degree was in. So but he's and it's great because he's living with Pat Elfline and Taylor Decker. So it tells you that he's right in the culture of our team, right in with the right guys and the right culture, which is a good thing for Jack.
Does he learn where to park?
Yeah, I think probably so. I think you only make that mistake once around here. Somebody makes it every year, though. It's funny.
Is he an honorary slob?
Oh, no. Oh, heavens, no. No.
Kerry, how big was the loss of Durant, and what have you noticed, I guess, in the preseason to see the effect, I guess, he had on that secondary?
Well, Durant was a great leader for our team. Durant was a great leader in our room. He was a mature guy who had playing experience that the other guys looked up to. Eli has stepped in and filled that role very, very well. It's different when you're on the field. When I coach them, I give them lots of things. But when a guy who has been there in that stance and made those plays tells them something, it carries a lot of weight. So Eli has that, and that's very, very helpful to the younger players, and you find Eli and Gary on hanging out with those guys in lots of areas. And then Armani Reeves can't play, but he's in the meeting room and he's working really hard as a student coach to give them the benefit of that experience as well, which I think has been very, very helpful.
Any worries about Gary on for that first game?
No.
Not at all?
None.